Hello everybody, how's everyone doing? Today I'm going to read about what makes them a game. But first, do you remember my trip to Las Vegas? What I told you on the video called Encyclopedia Vet Elements. I got 4 things bought from a lot of stores. Okay, I'll show you them. First one I like is this gold kind of bottle with real gold flakes, and only worth $10. And this book, it's a black note. Look what it shows inside. Has a pen too. This is what I did. I went to a Ferris wheel, the biggest Ferris wheel in the world. It is 550 feet tall. Went to the Neon Museum, which I bought this from free. A hotel was called Dara, and it was on the Strip. You know what the Strip is. If you are an adult, if you are a kid, if you're like a child or a baby or like a toddler, you don't know. The Strip is actually the main street of Las Vegas. And number 4, where I went to, is a huge buffet at the Wynn, built by Steve Wynn. Do you know Steve Wynn? The 5th restaurant for dinner, it was called Zuma. And 6 was for dessert. It was a whole M&M world. I gotta show one of the dispensers that I bought M&M World. And M&M World is it's 4 floors tall and 4 stories tall, and it's pretty close to the Strip. And I went back to Dara, and then do you know how many steps I walked that day? 23,000 steps. I counted them on this Fitbit. It's actually pretty good. It's kind of like a GPS, but nope. It actually tells you how much you're going. And then the next day, the first way we went is to Hoover Dam. Hoover Dam? You don't know what it is, of course, you know. And then I went to the Grand Canyon Skywalk. And then I went to dinner with my friends. They're gonna go to New York. They're gonna stay there for the whole school year. They're gonna go to New York, and then they're gonna go back home at 3rd grade. And that day, I walked 10,000 steps. And then the last day, I had breakfast, and I went to almost like a Eiffel Tower, but it's just half the size because the airport was super close to the Eiffel Tower. I could like crash into the Eiffel Tower. And I went to a circus. There was even 2 roller coasters there. It goes upside down, and then it goes like that, and it even has loops. I was super excited. And I even went to a slingshot. I went to 4 rides. And one called Disco. It turns around and it goes like that. It goes back and forth, up and down like that. and it spins at the same time. And I went back to the airport, and I took 12 steps that day, and that was the last time. And November, which is not November today, I'm gonna go to Florida. Okay. And then in December, I'm going on another trip to Florida, and I'm gonna go on, and then I'm gonna go on a cruise ship, and I have these magnetic things. They're actually rocks. See that dirt? You don't really see it. Kind of black dirt is actually magnetic. And these rocks are magnetic. Let me show you. See? And the last thing is what I got from M&M World. Is with dispenser. It's pretty big. It's actually electric. See? I'm gonna show you the M&Ms. They look like this. Pretty sweet. I can show this one. Just look at it again if I didn't show it to you. And pause. Okay. So I'll just show it to you again. Pause. Okay, are you ready? Let's read. What makes a magnet? Let's go fishing with a magnet. Look, the mouse is kind of sad. I'll just show you a picture of him. See him right there? He has a frown kind of. Pause. Just pause. So you can see better. He like, it's like that. Actually, really, these. No, I'm just gonna take it. I don't want to take it. That's gonna be mad. Put different things in a box. A twig and some tacks, a needle, paper clips, and rubber bands, bits of paper and aluminum foil, and a pin or two. What else? You can decide. Whatever you want is whatever you put inside. Choose things that are small and light. Next, find a magnet. They come in different shapes and sizes, like a ladybug, a ring, a horseshoe, like a dot, this magnet, and this magnet too, a letter, kind of like a horseshoe. It's a straight magnet too, like paper, and a crab. And you need a string too. Tie one end of the string around your magnet. Tie the other end of a stick or a pencil. This is your fishing pole. Actually, no. Go fishing in the box. Put the things you catch in a pile. The others will stay in the box. I've got a nibble. See? I'll just show you the fishing pole. And this one that says, I've got a nibble. Maybe you got the tags, paper clips, needle, and pins, but not the rubber bands and aluminum foil. There is a reason why only some things stick to the magnet. Because some are ferromagnetic and some are not. They have to be made of the right stuff. The material they are made of has to be magnet sticky. Like boom. Or ferromagnetic. Ferromagnetic, it means like a magnet, of course, because it has the word magnet inside. Anything you lifted out of a box probably has iron in it. The iron in these different objects is for ferromagnetic. Iron is not the only ferromagnetic material, but it is the most common. Some people think all metals stick to magnets, but that's not quite right. For example, aluminum is a metal and it doesn't stick. Can you tell which objects in your fishing expedition probably do not have ferromagnetic material in them? Need a hint? Look at what's still in your box. The wood and a twig won't stick to a magnet. Wood is not ferromagnetic. The rubber in the rubber bands won't stick to a magnet. Rubber is not ferromagnetic. What about paper, aluminum? Nope. They are not ferromagnetic either. There's something else about ferromagnetic materials. They can help you make a magnet. Want to try? Out of a needle. Start with a sewing needle. Make sure it can stick to the magnet. Place it on the table. Hold it there with your finger on the needle's eye. Needle's eye is where the hole is. Handle the needle carefully so you don't stick your finger. Magnet needle. There's a magnet and a needle. You have to rub the magnet on the needle. Just one way, not back and forth. One way. Just pick it up. Like you have to do that 30 times. Rub one end of the magnet along the needle, moving the magnet from the eye of the needle to the point. Not back and forth. Do this about 30 times. Touch the needle tip to a tack, paper clip, or pin. If the object sticks to the needle, you have a new magnet. The magnetized needle must even be strong enough to pick up a few objects. If your needle doesn't work as a magnet, try rubbing it a few more times. Remember to rub in only one direction. The stronger a magnet is, the more it can pick up at once. Which do you think is stronger? Your finishing magnet or the needle magnet? Try testing them to find out. No matter which magnet is stronger, both magnets are small. They fit in your hand, but there are very large magnets too. In fact, the whole world is a magnet, even though it doesn't look like one. You can't see the Earth magnetism, but you can make something that shows you it is there. A compass. Here's what to do. Make sure your needle magnet is still works. Of course it's gonna work. Then get two small pieces of foam, plastic or cork. Carefully stick a piece on each end of your needle magnet. Flow the magnetized needle in a bowl of water. My needle will swing around so one end points the other one end points where's north? I forgot. If you look this way out of a window, my window, you don't really see it. You go out through the woods. You actually enter part of Michigan, or even if you walk west, up through Minnesota, you actually can appear in Minnesota. And the other end south. Keep the needle in the center of the bowl so it can swing freely. Turn the needle around. When you let it go, the ends will point the same way as before. This happens because the needle magnet reacts to the Earth's magnetism. Look at that mouse. It's like, I gotta fall in the water. Do finish your compass, but put a dot of ink on the north end of the needle. Think about where the sun sets. Stand facing away. Keep this book in front of you. My paw, the red glove, points north. My other paw points south. So I need to look this way because south is this way. South is that way. My dad is on the south. So this mouse is pointing the right way. South is blue and north is red. Think about where the sun sets. Stand facing that way. Keep this book in front of you. And I was saying, find north. Setting over there. North is gonna be this way. Of course, the sun is always gonna set down there. Find north. North is that way. I'm pointing to you. And south is that way. Okay. Look at him. It's like he's exercising. He's like kissing away. It's kind of like away. That's funny. Look. He said, hey! Hey! I'm putting her on this. Hey! Hey! The ends of the needle magnet point in different directions because they are different from each other. Each end reacts to the Earth magnet in its own way. That one end reacts by moving and facing north. It is called a magnet north seeking pole, or simply its north pole. The other end moves and points in the opposite direction, south. This south seeking end is the magnet south pole. Do you know what's my trick? I find where 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 I have where I where Lake Michigan is, and that is on the east. It's out this window. If you visited my house and you look out this window, you will see a neighbor's house. I know. He actually looks after our trees while we're playing outside. He has a telescope. He actually makes us run back to the house. And that side, actually, if you go through the woods, you go into the Lake Michigan. But if you're facing that way and you turn that way, you're actually point and you turn around like that. Actually I messed up, so I'm gonna keep reading. The other end moves and points in the opposite direction, south, which is maybe that way or that way. I forgot. It's hard. This south-seeking is the magnet's south pole. Magnets are strongest at their poles. When you picked things out of your fishing box, they stuck to the ends of the magnet, not the middle. I'm going to read. Actually, there's a lot of pages. Not the middle. Poles make magnets work. Magnets make compasses work. And compasses help people find their way around a block or around the world. I actually have something. You can make a fish compass or a lodestone compass. Now there's like a something like, just get a little, no, my dad's, no. Before compasses, people got lost a lot. How were compasses invented? No one knows the whole story. For sure, it began a long, long time ago. In ancient times, people from different parts of the world knew of an unusual stone. Iron stuck to it. It could be used to make new magnets from iron. And when the stone was used as a spinner, came to rest with one end facing north and the other south. This natural magnet stone was important for making compasses. Some people call this magnet stone lodestone, which means leading stone or guide stone. You can see why. Guides which way to go. Lodestone compass. Some compasses were very simple magnetized needles or lodestones hanging from a thread. They turned and pointed like your compass needle. Fish compass. One compass from long ago used magnetized iron shaped like a fish. When it was placed in a bowl of water, the fish floated and lined up north and south. Nowadays, sailors, hikers, and pilots use different types of compasses to track where they are going. Compasses helped explorers travel the world. They returned home with new ideas, food, and art. So much happened because people were curious about magnets. Now it's your turn to explore some more. You can use your magnet to push the needle magnet in the water without letting the two magnets touch? Try it. When the needle magnet moves away from the magnet in your hand, both magnets, north and south poles, face each other. They are similar poles push apart. Either way works. North facing north or south facing south. Similar poles always repel. Repel like a magnet. Let me show you what repel means. Like by turn them. See? Means like they want to go on the sides. See? They actually don't. It's hard to. See? It's hard. Try making the needle magnet swim toward the other magnet. North and south poles pull toward each other, unlike poles always attract. Attract means they like kiss each other. Like poles repel. I know why they repel. They're like saying, "Hey, I don't want to touch you. You just hit me. So I'm gonna go away from you." Just like that. Do this. That's attract. They like say, "I love you." North and south poles attract. Does magnetism work for paper or cardboard? Test it and find out. Oh. How far from a pin can you hold a magnet and still attract the pin? Try and see. What else do you want to try? You could try making a magnet from a penny or a wooden toothpick, but that won't work. Remember, some metals are not ferromagnetic, and neither is wood. Only ferromagnetic materials can be magnetized. This is because of something too tiny to see. It will magnetize. It will magnetize? Now you tell me. Just very hard to pick it up because a mouse can't pick up a penny. I can't just take a little speck of cheese. What did I just do with my keyboard? Picture the smallest bits of iron in your needle. They are little tiny magnets. Usually they point different directions. When you stroke a magnet along a needle, the iron bits line up with the magnetism from one pole is added to another, making the magnetism stronger. What explains and happens when you make a magnet. But lodestone is a natural magnet. Nobody makes it. What can make a natural magnet? Lightning! A bolt of lightning has magnetism. Lodestone has a lot of iron in it. A lightning strike on right iron-filled rock can act like lots and lots of magnet strokes all at once. Scientists are pretty sure that lightning struck places where lodestone is found, and it found it and charged ordinary stone into magnetic stone. Okay, so I need a needle. This goes the whole. Now you know a lot of scientists know about magnetism. Even so, sometimes it still seems magnetical. After all, it goes through air and water, glass and plastic, walls and tabletops. Yeah, kind of goes like tabletops. Sometimes most. But if you get more magnets, actually kind of works better. It just worked a little bit. Now you know a lot of what scientists know about magnetism. Even so, sometimes it still seems magnetical. After all, it goes through air and water, glass and plastic, walls and tabletops. Enjoy this feeling of wonder. Keep exploring with your magnets like the scientists and see what else you can find out. If you like this video, comment down below what was your favorite part of this book. Subscribe by clicking on the subscribe button, and then click the bell for notifications if I made new videos, and pick different kind of videos around me, or pick my channel if it's by me. Here, or here. Thanks for watching.